real.
What was your mama doing when she named you?
She did.
Yes, she did.
Nah, that was came from college.
Schism?
Yeah.
Oh, the
he won't tell the whole story.
He don't have to, baby, because I know what it is. Okay, you better do it. The day they named you Schism. Let me tell you something. The Mighty Ice of Schism, you got to cross your hands like that when they say Schism, because you got to block it. Because if that thing get you wrong, it's going to hurt your eyes and mess with your vision.
Lord.
Monique,
don't put that Schism on me. Oh, I'm blind. Okay, I'm back.
She's at the Tampa Improv this weekend, and how many shows?
We have 4 shows, baby. Schism. Excuse me. And you know, you're gonna have to be careful with these names. Few left for the last show tonight at 10:30.
Okay, all right. So Schism, I'm gonna let you ask the first question. Go ahead. You sat down. You want to be a part of this?
I did. Boycotting.
Yes, my baby.
The definition of boycotting is?
The definition of boycotting is standing strong until a difference is made. Right. See, when our sister Rosa Parks, actually there was a sister before Rosa Parks, and she was 15 years old and pregnant, who would not give her seat. But because the image didn't look right, they didn't stand behind that little baby. So when Rosa Parks said, listen, today I'm tired. I done worked all damn day, baby. I done sewed up dresses and put on buttons and zippers and things, and all I want to do is sit down because my feet is blistering. You ever had a blister on your foot? Come on, baby. So that day, you know what a blister feel like. Rosa say, not today. So what happened was we didn't catch that bus till change was made. So a boycott is actually making change. And people will say to me, Schism. Maybe I'm going to call it something else. Schism. People will say to me, Schism, like our brother Steve Harvey. Mo, is it any other way you could have done it? But before he said that, he said, you're right. And I know you're not lying. But is it any other way you could have done it? And I had to say to Brother Steve Harvey, tell me when change was silent. Tell me when something got changed and people stayed quiet. And if you know I'm right, and if you know me not to be a liar, then why are we here? See, if you know I'm right, and you're caught up in how I said it, and like my husband says, who is my manager? 2 + 2 is 4. Now you can get to that 4 any kind of way you can get to it, but it's still gonna be 4. The point still remains is inequality. So there are some folks that's up in arms for the way I said it, and I'm unapologetic about it. And I still stand behind it. But for the ones that are fearful, like my brother Steve Harvey, that says, don't say nothing. Brother, what's wrong with us? Because what happens when your grandbaby comes to you and says, Pop, I was mistreated. Do you tell her? Don't say nothing. Handle it differently. So when people say, Monique, could you have done it differently? I could have went somewhere else and said absolutely nothing. Then it leaves the next sister to go through the same thing. So when I say boycott, I mean it. And for the ones that are standing, I say, babies, we thank you. Not just me. We, as in a little girl who's not here yet. See, she's saying thank you too, because we're making it better for her.
So how do you feel about some of your peers and you know, how they've taken this and kind of taken it to a whole different level? I just thought that there was more of a fraternity.
Me too. Baby, I thought it was too until I found out different. I think that, brother, fear is real. So I can't take it personal. Fear is something real because when you go back in our history, tell me the barrage of people that you saw behind Harriet Tubman. Tell me the picture you can pull up in history where you saw a group of black women standing with her, or black men for that matter. Tell me the time if you pull up Fannie Lou Hamer, who you see standing with her. I'm not saying folks didn't, but did you see the masses of us? So there's never been a time in history where we've stood with a black woman who said, I'm being mistreated. And every black woman has this story. I'm not the only one.
Okay. We're going to come back. Back in the day buffet. By the way, is there something you want to hear?
Is that something?
This is old school. We playing old school
right now. Do you know what I want to hear right now to go old school? Give me to me hip, hop, a hippie to the hip, because that's a freedom fighting song. Okay? That's a boycotting song right there. Because everybody know the damn words. Black people, white people, Asian people, Latin people, everybody know hip hop to hippie to the hippie. So could you please play that? That is the new freedom fighting boycotting song for Netflix. Let's go.
All right. That's the Sugar Hill Gang.
Come on, Shazam.
She put the jism in there real quick. She got out of
Baby, okay. Okay.
Yeah, always.
That's too close for me.
Real close.
And I'll talk about that on stage. It's medicinal.
Yeah.
It is. And don't take my word for it. If you look it up, it takes away acid reflux. Don't take my word. It takes away depression with no side effects. Don't take my word. It helps you sleep better. Don't take my word. I've researched that thing. See, our mamas didn't tell us the goodness of what jism would do for the body because we were too busy being Christians and we were afraid to say, if you do that, it makes your relationships better. So we got too nervous and you got a lot of bitter bitches walking around. Okay, because you need some schism. Y'all need some schism in your life. Get that schism in your life and cut that shit out. When you got schism in your life, you ain't got no shit.
Wait a minute.
Okay? When you get that good schism, it stops you from having a bunch of shit on your heart. You need it. You want it. And we're going to talk about it in detail tonight in the Tampa Improv because schism. People say, Monica, how you lose that weight? It's only 5 calories. When you need a snack, what you going to do? Come on. Or you say, get that schism.
All right. You going to ask about Will Packer?
Oh, well, before you do.
You got to beat my question. All right. My question is off the chain. All right.
Susan, I love you, baby. You're so pleasant in your spirit. Oh, clean cut, brother. You know, some brothers look like they brush their teeth. I'm like, you want to ask me questions? Your mouth's dirty. Ladies, don't let nobody get up on you with a dirty mouth if it gets you sick. You have to say, excuse me, sugar.
95.7 to beat 10. As you can tell, we've been having some good conversations off mic. We are inside the Back in the Day buffet, and I do have comedian Monique in the building. And if you listen to the first segment, she is a certified freedom fighter.
Yes.
And one of the things.
Yes. I'm an FF.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and ask yours.
I mean, Will Packer.
Yes.
I say that name, and what comes to mind?
I want to be careful. I want to say that that brother has earned his reputation as being a big producer in Hollywood. He's also earned a reputation of doing low-budget films and making very high profits. That's not something I'm making up. If you pull up his name, it'll say known for low-budget, high profit. And you would ask someone, well, where does the high profits go? Because it doesn't seem to go to the talent. Now, when I was doing Almost Christmas, Will Packer and I had a couple of run-ins because of his ego. And I told him that wouldn't fly with me. And he didn't keep his word or his promises as to what was supposed to go down. And the reason why I got to speak about Will Packer now is because when you put my integrity in question and my character, I have to defend it because that's all I have is my integrity, my character. And when you give an email to a gossip columnist named John Mary, and he reads an email that Will Packer sent to my husband, who was also my manager, and he reads that email out loud over, his site or whatever, and he posts that email. But you didn't post the follow-up emails. And in that email, Will Packer was saying how I was disliked and my behavior, and my husband was asking for all this money. And once you put that out there publicly, you open up the door for me to speak publicly because I was not going to. And people have said, Monique, well, it seems like you're fighting everybody. I'm not. Just the bullies. And Will Packer is one of them. Because when I get paid $200,000 for Almost Christmas, with promises of a sitcom and a 3-picture deal, but once you get my name on that contract, you don't keep your word. And then you begin to act like we've done something wrong. And when you consider yourself the HNIC and the buck stops with you, okay, brother, I'm going to give you your props, but I need you to keep your word. And then when you don't keep your word, see, I'm not a sister that knows how to back down and be quiet. I've never been that. In the 3rd grade, baby, I had to put my hand up because Mr. McKinney separated the black kids and the white kids in Woodmore Elementary School and told us he was going to teach us how to talk. Not today. Before you teach that lesson, let me call my father because them kids talk worse than we talk. So this is not nothing new for me. And that's why when they said, well, Monique, why are you bringing these people in? I have to. Because you gave a gossip columnist an email that was sent to you from my manager. I respect that. But you didn't give him all of the emails. So you didn't give him the video of our trailers blowing up. You didn't give them that video. See, when we were on that set, our trailers blew up because there was a gas leak. And when we said to the brothers, hey, brothers, we smell gas. Yeah, we know, that's what they gave us. So when the trailers blew up, and I'm talking holes in the walls, that had we been in those trailers, we would have died. You didn't see it. There's no email that Will Packer can produce that says, I want to apologize to these people. There's no email that can be produced. So when you produce an email trying to defame my character, and you're putting my integrity in question, well, now I've got to show y'all the follow-up emails. So if you go to my Instagram page later on today, we have to post them to show you the bullying and the intimidation that goes on in a place called Hollywood. Now, not all, because that's unfair. I've worked with some dynamic brothers and sisters. Dee Reese, Tone Singletary, dynamic. But when you run into the ones that feel like because I'm quote unquote powerful, I can treat you any way I want to treat you. And what I say to people is don't ever let anybody treat you. That's it. Because the moment you let one, then here comes two. And the moment you let two, then here comes three. So for me, all I am saying is, folks, we've got to stop the bullying. We've got to stop the intimidation. We've got to stop the lowball offers. And it all ties in together. See that rumor that they put out about me, I was difficult and demanding, they all knew that was a lie. And when I say they, her name is Oprah Winfrey. His name is Tyler Perry. His name is Lee Daniels. They were all tied into that movie Precious. So for years, I've had to sit in Monique's difficult and demanding when all I was asking for was equality. So when I talk to Oprah Winfrey and she says, I agree. When I talk to Tyler Perry and he says, Monique, you're absolutely right. And when my movie Boo come out, I'm going to tell the world that you were right and I was wrong. Because my manager had to ask him, hey, brother, if somebody put something out on you that was not true, would you want them to speak up? He said, yes. He said, then what makes Monique different? Because as you're saying, Monique did nothing wrong. And he said, well, I'm going to tell it when my movie come out. Well, that movie came and went. Have you heard it?
Yeah.
So I want to thank y'all for giving me this opportunity to explain it in full, because oftentimes we as Black folk, and I have to share this, for every white and Latina station I've gone on, every last one from around the country, they've all said the same thing after they hear the stories for about 2 minutes. Come on, y'all, this is straight up racism. Yeah, we boycotting Netflix. Y'all can't do our girl like that. But when I get in front of us, it's this thing of what you doing. Well, what we're doing, because it's not just me, what we're doing is saying, Chisholm, when your daughter come up, she want to be an entertainer. We may never live to see her success. But what you can say is, there were some people that stood. So, because I can say that now, there's a woman named Hattie McDaniel, she stood for me. And they handed her ass. And she got broke with nobody. And she was not wrong. She was asking for equality. But because a lot of Black folk were scared, they sat and they watched that woman leave here in despair. And when you have Black folks like Steve Harvey, and I have to say my brother's name because we talk personally, and you say, you're right, then y'all help me understand something. If y'all are saying I'm right, then why won't you stand?
Right. Yeah.
That part.
Back to you, Shizzle.
Everything else is
You ever thought about getting back in the radio?
You know, baby, I love to talk. Can't y'all tell?
Mm-hmm.
Babe, I talk so damn much, I talk in my sleep. Shizzle.
I enjoyed when you did radio.
I had so much fun doing radio. And if it makes sense, we will come back to radio in a second. Right. It's just got to make sense.
Right.
And you being in radio, how fair have they been to the Black woman in radio? Come on, speak on it.
I can't. How fair have they been to a lot of people in radio? Come on. So.
Right. So, I mean, it's time to speak out because we've been so conditioned to shut up. We've been so conditioned to shut up. That's our thing. Say nothing, be seen and not heard. I'm going to do both. Y'all want to see me and hear this loud ass. They talk about Monique loud. I am. She can be tacky as hell.
You get to check her out.
But the one thing they won't say is she's a liar.
Yeah.
See, they won't say that. They won't say she lying. They'll say, oh, she loud. I am. Baby, I've been here before. Chisholm. Do you know in my spirit I believe I was her? You tell me.
I believe you suffered the boots and the socks.
Come on, Chisholm, talk to him about it. When y'all watch the pictures of her, y'all see her boots and her socks.
They match it too.
Come on, baby, but they don't want to talk about it, y'all.
No, they don't.
Come on, I've been here before, baby.
Say his name again.
Shizzle.
Yes. Yes.
Ain't that how we say Shizzle? Yeah. Shizzle. And for all the people that's listening, don't take my word on nothing I'm saying. Research it for yourself. And when I put these emails out here that I have to, and also the video of those trailers blowing up, then I want y'all to say, is this how we treat one another? Because those trailers were so subpar. And that movie was made for $17 million. But the whole cast got under $1 million. That was Danny Glover. That was Monique, Gabrielle Union, Kimberly Elise, JB Smooth. The whole cast was got for under $1 million. And that movie profited $25 million. See, it cost $17 million to make, and it made $42 million, which is a $25 million profit. Where's that money, Will? When they start opening up cans, I'm okay with that. But are you willing to open it all the way up? See, when you want to start comparing me, and you want to start saying, well, Monique doesn't do what Amy does. And I have no gripe against my sister Amy Schumer, baby, get that. Because you open up the door so other people can get that. But when you start comparing me, as the vice president at Netflix did, Robbie Prawl, he said, listen, let me tell you why we gave Amy that $13 million. She sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and she had a hit movie called Snatched. Well, we had to do our research. And we did look up Snatched. And Snatch made $45 million.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
$45 million, right? Now somebody would say, well, Monique, you don't have no point because Almost Christmas only made $42 million, right? But Snatch cost $42 million to make. $3 million. And Netflix considers that a smash hit. Well, what do you consider a profit of $25 million? You see how quiet it is right now?
Yeah.
That's how quiet it was on the phone with Netflix. Because they couldn't answer it.
You can't argue with the number. You
can't argue with the number. So just make it make sense. And for us, don't be so quick to buy the story. Open the book and read it.
When an Oscar is $500, I get two to be me.
No, Shizm.
I'm just saying.
Shizm, I want you to come with it because now you just put up another point. What does that Oscar mean to you? When somebody wins an Oscar, what does that mean to you?
That's a great height.
That's the top.
That's the top.
That's the top.
Well,
that is why you do what you do. You don't do it for the recognition, but when you get recognized at that point, there is no place else to go.
What more can you do?
That's it.
Okay,
so you would have got that $500,000. My daughter,
she has nothing coming.
She can't get more than $500,000 because that's the top.
That's the top. So we paid y'all top. The top.
There you go.
So it makes you say to yourself, have y'all heard the story about our sister Jessica Chastain, who went to bat for Octavia Spencer?
Yes.
And for our sister Jessica Chastain, who was a white woman, we applaud her. Because she was brave enough to say, this can't keep going on, y'all. How y'all gonna play this black woman less than me? I gotta fight for her. Now I want you to understand something. If you pull up Jessica Chastain's resume and Octavia Spencer's resume, Octavia has twice as much on her resume. Now let's go to the goal. Octavia Spencer has the Oscar. Jessica Chastain's only been nominated. Why does a white woman that's only been nominated have to fight for a black woman that won it? But don't nobody want to address that. We just want to say Jessica's our hero, and we give her props. But how come nobody's saying, wait a minute, Octavia Spencer won it, and she getting lowball? When black women win the Oscar, you know what it means? We have a trophy on our case. But when it comes to those paydays, why ever would an Oscar nominee have to fight for an Oscar winner? So with people that's upset with me, I understand it. But see, y'all, they told us that was the biggest trophy you could get. I was happy, baby, when they called this little fat black girl from Baltimore name the first time and said the funniest female in the sitcom go to Monique. Shizm, let me tell you something, baby. Because I had accepted that award when I was about 12 in my bathroom, right? I had already had. It was time for an Image Award. That was my Oscar. That was my Golden Globe. That was my second. I think you the best. So I think there were some people that even got offended behind that. But what's the Image Award? Mine. That's what it is. But then when I got your award, that's still not enough. So what more has to be done? And as we start Black History Month, which really starts, as my surrogate mama say, 28 days and being happy with it. So as I talk to all y'all right now, you hear my voice. We Netflixing. We're Netflixing. We're boycotting Netflix. Chisholm is on board with me. Tell him Chisholm.
BC, I got my shirt today. Trust me. You know how I am about my shirts.
Come on, BC.
BC.
Come on. Now I gotta get my brother Tone X on in here because he gonna be with me. Baby, what you standing on? Because you look tall. He gonna be with us tonight down at this improv, baby. He with me every year. Way. You see how I put that rhyme up on this?
I really don't know. You put the words together.
Did you see me do it though?
I liked it too.
And that's the thing though. Don't nobody respect my words.
They should.
If Puffy come forward and tell him she's the baddest rapper in the game, baby, they gonna respect me.
He ain't gonna say that though.
He ain't.
He ain't gonna say that.
Because he might be lying.
Right. And then
Okay.
he gonna remix it.
And he gonna steal.
He gonna remix it.
He gonna steal.
You know he gonna
take
do
that.
it.
Take that.
You know what I mean? I might wear a shirt.
Come on.
You know when Diddy had the shiny suit
yes,
on.
He did.
What? Everybody was rocking the show.
He has. Baby, but I'm a remixer.
You gave him that. Though.
Okay. I remixes, baby.
You took that from
You see,
this.
I give all my brothers and sisters their props. All of them, baby. All of them.
Okay.
What? I got to get these monies. That's Cardi B. Respect me.
Cardi B, you done wrote a little for her.
That ain't how I go.
That shmoney.
That shmoney.
You done wrote a little for her too. She don't want to let you know.
They don't want to let me know. Nicki Minaj, what I write for her?
Listen.
Come on.
Had all the albums. Going to China.
The race in China.
They don't want to let them know.
Chisholm, that's me, baby.
Remy Ma. You done wrote for Remy.
Tell them what I wrote for Remy.
You wrote for Lil' Kim before the last surgery.
Let me tell you. Wait a minute.
Before the last one.
You talking about my surgery because when I got my surgery on my mouth, Chisholm, okay, right, and I did, right, and she said, "Monique, how you feel?" I said, and next thing I hear, it's in a song. Okay, so if anybody know Lil' Kim, this one you know. Me my coins, because that
I ain't
don't get boycotted.
No,
I'm on board.
What I will never do. My sister Lil' Kim,
right,
the baddest legend, one of them in this game. And I'm gonna put my bid in right now. I want to see Lil' Kim, I want to see Nicki Minaj, and I want to see Cardi B, and I want to see me in the cypher. Okay, now if they can't bust me, okay, they got to sign me. You see, I put my money where my mouth is. Tone, give me a beat. You think I'm playing? Baby, that one doing something to me. Okay, bring it in. Hey, my babies, what you doing? What you say? How you feeling? Stand with us. Let's get real and boycott Netflix. They don't pay fair. They don't do right. They don't sing songs. They don't get tight. Get right. Huh. I say get right. Huh. I say Netflix. I say will. I say all you bullies. Get right. Huh. Right. You see that? But did you see that? Did y'all see that?
We just killed that.
Who wants some of that?
Now we just killed that.
Some of that.
Nephew, you know we just killed that.
We had to double dutch it because I had to jump in. You see, I jumped back.
Big intro, long intro.
Did you see it?
Came in.
Come on, baby. Now my singing wasn't all the way on par. Come on, but the rapping. See what I'm saying? Me and Chisholm, baby, in the morning.
Epic improv.
This is show right here.
Shows are sold out, but she still got some tickets tonight. 10:30 show.
I can get you in your meeting in the back.
Wait a minute. What they mean you in the back?
I can get you in your meeting in the back. Now you might not get a ticket to the show. I can get you somewhere though.
Wait a minute.
To the back.
If you come to the back.
Raise the chicken, please.
I done had my chicken quota for the month. I done had my chicken quota for the month. But if you come to the back, right now I'm doing a lot of juicing. Mm-hmm. And if you want to bring some things that we can juice. Wait a minute. Right. If y'all want to bring some things.
Me and nephew went in. We apologize.
You know what, y'all? I am that aunt that's blind in one eye and deaf in one ear, but she don't miss a damn thing. It ain't had nothing to do with her, but that blind eye, that deaf ear heard something that sounds like it should be my business. So I got on up in it. Mm-hmm. You see? Yeah. Sometimes you got to mind business.
You got to.
You got to mind, but you got to mind your mouth. You got to mind your mouth. Okay? See that mouth?
Talk about
that hole in our face
right there
is what get us in trouble. Right there. You got to mind your mouth. See, I don't smack my children's behind. You don't smack because it didn't come out their ass.
Okay.
It came out their mouth. You got to know. You get right. I'm going to spank your butt. Your butt didn't say it. Your mouth did.
Okay.
Come on now. Yeah, baby. My children go one time. I was from the Disney Channel. I had to let them know I'm from Good Times, baby. They thought I was a mama from the Disney Channel, so I had to let them know I'm from Good Times. Come on, let's talk about it. Yeah, because you know, your kids.
Keeping your head above water.
Making the temporarily
good time.
Easy credit rip off.
Good time.
Hustling and surviving.
Good time.
Hanging in the tail line.
Good time.
Ain't we lucky we got 'em?
Good time. Yeah. You're damn right. You're damn right. For our second selection.
Come on, get it quick.
Okay. You don't ask us to come to your church and don't let us sing but one damn selection. We singing two A and B selection. You ready?
Jesus.
On the main line. He's on. No.
They told you stop carrying the notes like that.
I do that. I am the one that's responsible for all of this.
Oh.
When I came here, it was 2 chairs and a throw rug.
You built this church.
I built the pulpit by hand.
Yes, you did. Praise it. Come on.
Huh?
Who helped you?
Well, it was Sister Betty Jean because, you know, I had told her if she did, you know, what I'd asked her to do.
Did you do it?
I did it right there in the homecoming, right there in the kitchen. I caught Sister Gladys one year at homecoming and knocked that pound cake over. I said, Sister Gladys, we got to put the pound cake back because they know we down here doing sick, ungodly stuff.
How old is Sister Gladys?
84, and I knew it was over because she took them teeth out. And I said, oh, Lord, the suction is Jesus the offense. And she went to work. Yes, she did. We call her Gum and Gladys.
No, Jesus. No.
You gonna leave? So you gonna leave that? Come on, nephew. I know you got me. She's still with me. Gum and Gladys, Sizzle.
And that's when you get the most money. Y'all saw our sister in church that was on Facebook. Y'all saw her. Y'all saw our baby that walked up to the front of that congregation. Sister Tanya. Now I love her. And if anybody knows Sister Tanya, tell her I got tickets for at the Improv in Tampa or anywhere in the world. Well, damn it, they traveled. They traveled. Our sisters traveled. But y'all saw her come up to the front of that congregation. Shizm, you saw her. And she said, the first thing she said was, I need y'all to pray for me because I was backsliding. She said, I got drunk. When I come home from school, I prostituted myself. And I did things, I did all things with my mouth.
Yeah, so they gonna take the mic. Like they gonna
she said, I put mints in my mouth. I didn't. And then they took the mic like she had disgusted them. What they didn't know was that sister was an angel. She was an angel and the spirit was using her. And she was telling women what more you got to do. You can't just do that. You got to complete the whole job. She was trying to get women closer to their men's and relationships, but we didn't do it. We threw her away.
5 minutes, I feel the same, but I just can't see it.
Right, because there was someone there that had just done it.
Yes.
Okay?
Chewing bubblegum like it's going to
talk to him.
taste out of their mouth.
Gum and Gladys.
Gum and Gladys. I almost stood up. I said, don't you stand up.
Oops. Oops. Oops.
whole congregation up when you start talking.
We love y'all, my babies. We're gonna see y'all this weekend at the Tampa Improv. Brother, thank you for your space and your platform. We love you, my baby.
And so, if somebody wants to check you out on social media,
oh please, on social media, I'm at The Real Mo Worldwide, and you know, like I said again, we're gonna be posting these emails and the videos so that y'all could just see it for yourself, and don't ever let somebody take away your reputation, because that's all you have, baby. So fight for what's yours. I love y'all.
Monique,
fight the power. Fight the power.
Okay, y'all. So one time I was having a party at my house, right? This real shit. And I love my brother. What's his name? He was with Fight the Power. Chuck D. I love Chuck D. You hear me? Because he don't fuck around. So we had invited him to the house for the party. And he said, man, we're at war. Ain't nobody got no goddamn time for no parties. We was like, okay. But if you get out of it, we're gonna have a couple cocktails. Some new hors d'oeuvres or something, but he's committed to what he does.
When
Flame got mollywops.
He ain't got a duck and move. He got beat up at the casino. It's like
my baby did.
Woo, Flavor got beat up so bad.
He was like, you know,
he got beat up so bad. Somebody probably said, "What did he say to him?"
He said something about the dude's mama.
He said something
about the dude's mama, and the dude just
got out of jail. He just got out of jail.
I'm sorry to hear that, because that's a sweet guy. That's a sweet brother. And when I had time to sit and talk with him, remember we had Flavor of Love, and people were saying, "How could those women really like?" He's a charming brother. He's a beautiful cat. Like when no cameras and all that was going, that's a beautiful cat. Just like real and honest, all that other stuff. Okay, when the cameras come on, okay. But when that stuff ain't going, that's a good brother. My experiences with him was just a good cat. Like I don't have those stories of when all that ain't on and he just that brother. It's a good cat. So I'm sorry to hear that he got his ass handed to him. You know, when you see people you love get their ass handed, would you jump in?
Yeah. If I was in Vegas, I would have jumped in. That's how bad.
Like the white dude did jump in. Hey, man, come on, man. He waited till he get about 3 more hits. Hey, that's enough.
He was just trying to hit somebody. Oh, my baby.
He wasn't getting nobody.
I saw this little boy get his ass hooked on Facebook so bad he got up and said, who else hit me? Nobody. Nobody. And this one little boy, Shizm, he was so cute. And he was like, please stop bullying me. Like he said to the guy, like, man, go ahead. But he didn't know that little boy was a killer. Because killers, you know, when you know how to defend yourself, you be trying to diffuse this shit like, go on now. I'm not, but when you open it up, baby, that little boy walked up on that baby the last time. And when I tell you that little boy whipped his ass, he had him on the floor and he was crying like, stop bullying me, stop bullying me. When the teachers grabbed him, he said, man, I will kill you. Like you don't know that I can kill. And then the little boy said, who else hit me? That little boy, right? And he was coming from every angle, just like everything he had. Like, nigga, today I'm looking your ass for all the pillars. Yeah. We love y'all, my babies. We'll see y'all.
Can you do a couple drops for us?
Baby, I would have it no other way.
I'll let you go ahead and do the shizzle. What you want?
I got my job. Just the shizzle. I got him.
Shizzle is a mixer, so he's in the mix. 95.7 the beat. You can let you freestyle.
Okay. Hey, my babies, you're listening to Shizm. Do his mixing. You better work him out, Shiz.
All right. Just something for me.
Audrey, I love you because I was gonna get a bust out laugh from you, baby. Audrey was holding strong. Like I ain't trying to laugh.
Yeah, I gotta see what you feel. Michael McGuire.
Yes.
In middays.
Okay.
95.7 the beat.
Hey, my babies, you're listening to my brother Michael McGuire at 95.7 the beat.
Queen B.
Hey, y'all on with my sister Queen B on 95.7 the beat. Go Queen, get busy. Go Queen, it's your birthday. Go Queen.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, my babies. I want to thank y'all for hanging in there and playing with us, my babies. Pass the word and keep passing the word and be on the followers. And if you got somebody that you want to think about, Put them on the list. Chisholm gonna put them in the mix. Tone, you ready, Suge? Love you, my babies.